26 minutes after 7 o'clock. Welcome back inside the Now Morning Show. And on this Sunday, the 5th of June, is actually World Environment Day. And you want to know how we're going to celebrate that, what we're going to do? Well, this morning, I want to welcome the president of Eco Titans Community, Mr. Darian Jones, as well as co-owner of REM General Building Construction, Mr. Eric Herbert, because we're going to hike and we're going to plant. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Now Morning Show.
Thank you.
All right, so on Sunday, World Environment Day, Darian, how are we celebrating? What are we doing?
On Sunday, we will be at Kaiman Road, Maracas, St. Joseph, where we'll be doing a unique exercise, hike and plant.
Hike and plant.
Yes.
So we're going to hike and we're going to plant.
At the same time, yes.
At the same time? Tell me
We're
more.
going to hike.
Tell me more.
So we're going to go up there. It's a nice hiking route. We have some lovely views of the entire northern side of the country. And we're going to go up there and we're going to try to reforest some of the areas that have been burnt throughout the years due to fire activities.
Okay.
So we're going to take some plants, whether it's a bag in your hand, however you feel comfortable, and we are going to go up there and we're going to plant as much trees as possible.
What's the goal?
Our target is to do 100,000 throughout the four-part events.
Oh, I was about to say 100,000 on Sunday alone.
But on Sunday, we are looking at around 10,000 plants.
All right.
On Sunday.
Okay, so 10,000 plants you're aiming for this
Yes.
Sunday. Eric, tell me why this is important.
Well, for us, for me personally, and because we are community based, as I said, it's a company we have, and opportunity came along for us to give back. So the community needs to benefit because we are accustomed losing like hectares and hectares of mountains and the range to the fire. And we say we can't have it happening again in the community because, I mean, nature is what preserves the world. And we need to preserve nature. So we need to give back to nature and keep nature going, because if we continue, the world continue going at the trajectory we're at right now, maybe we may have to look for another planet in the next 100 years or so.
I know what we're doing already.
Yeah.
Them fellows
So-
don't start looking for other planets.
Exactly. So the idea is to save what we have now. And we want to be a big part of and a big example to the rest of the world that, hey, little Trinidad and Tobago showing a big example. All right? So for us, it's very personal. And we do love nature, so we must be a part of that.
Darian, why are we starting in St. Joseph?
St. Joseph. Well, all of our sites are unique for what it brings, but we are starting in St. Joseph because it's a hidden gem. Our second site is on the Chancellor. Everybody knows Breezy Hill, and there's a lot of popular hiking routes. But St. Joseph is a really unique area that has some lovely views that people aren't really aware of. So we wanted to highlight that area. They are doing a really great job up there in terms of protecting the environment and keeping the area in a certain standard. So we wanted to highlight that on World Environmental Day. So we wanted to start in a nice area to highlight.
What kind of plants are you going to plant?
So we have a number of different plants. We are trying to use forest-type species with a mixture of fruit species as well to bring back that biodiversity in the area.
Right.
So that is important. And so we're going to be planting different species like mahogany. We're going to do forest-type species like hog plum and those kind of species.
Serious?
Yes. To sort of bring back. So we want to do it in a way where it's holistic and it supports not only our wildlife but also our watershed as well, because our northern range is our largest and most important watershed. So all our water is used. If our northern range continues to be degraded,
We love to complain about flooding, but we're taking down all the forests on them.
and that's the start of it. So
All
if we
right.
don't have a watershed, there's no water. No matter
Exactly.
how many dams and reservoirs we dig, we have no water. So that's the start of it for us.
Eric, are we at all concerned about, bushfires happen every year, right? So even if you go and plant these these plants, you go and plant 10,000 plants on Saturday, then you plant another 10,000, you get to your 100,000 goal, right? But these plants would be small, they'd be seedlings, I imagine.
Correct. There are seedlings.
So how do we prevent them from being destroyed by next dry season?
Well, again, so proud to be a part of this program here, because what we do on the hills is that we create something what they call blaze lines or fire trails, which is also used for people for hiking and exercising and stuff. So we cut these places broad, 20, 30 feet wide, keep it clean, maintain it, so that even though if a fire was to get away in any part of the hills, it will only damage so much of the hills
Right.
and damage hectares and hectares of the mountaintop. So the idea is just to protect it. So we maintain it, keep it clean. It's beautiful for exercising. We have all sorts of people and all class and all that comes on the hill.
Now, when you say hike, right, to me, I don't hike unless it's a water in the end. Like, unless I go into
So
a
many people have
waterfall,
that
I
open-
do see the point. I really don't, I just genuinely do see the point. A hiking if we're not ending by water. Is this hike going to end by water?
Unfortunately, no, we have no water, no water body to end at.
But Maracas have waterfalls. No?
Not on that side of
Okay.
Maracas.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
One of the most popular hiking areas is the Breezy Height on top mountain
In
Chancellor.
Chancellor, yeah.
And it
But
have
that's
no,
an exercise.
It have no water, but you
Yeah.
be up on top of the
I
hill,
could
right?
go up there, I could go up
But
there
we
for
offer the exercise as well.
So we have exercise, we have reforestation.
Reforestation.
And I mean, this is legacy at the end of the day because when you plant something like mahogany, it's not meant for you to benefit from the
Correct.
mahogany. It's
Correct.
meant for that to grow and your children and your grandchildren are able to
True.
benefit from it.
And that's the thing, it's up to our generation to try and bring back, as the world is saying, we are at a critical point, but it's not too late.
It's not too
And
late.
that action is needed now. So that's what we're trying to get, and we're focusing on bringing a lot of kids and young adults as well up there to kind of get that out to that generation
Yeah.
as well.
How can people become a part of this if they want to join you guys?
Well, actually, we have a Facebook, Darren could give on the Facebook. And so it's all over the social media. So we will give you that information in a little bit. The thing about it is that it's free to all.
Right.
It's free to all. Come and attend. So because it's free, we the people the contractors who taking part in the program and doing the work, it's on us. It's on us. But we want to sensitize the nation to really bring them to understand the importance of the environment,
Okay.
of protecting the environment and preserving the environment. Because you just said earlier on, it's not really for us, you know.
Yeah, it's for
It's
your
for
children
the
and your grandchildren.
generations and
yeah,
generations to come.
Yeah. All right, so Darian, tell me.
So you can reach us via email at hikeandplanttt.com at gmail.com.
hikeandplanttt@gmail.com.
We're also on Facebook at Hike and Plant, that's the and sign. Under events, you'll
Right.
find us there. And you can also contact us via phone and or WhatsApp at 294-4917 and 722-9095.
All right, and you can, if people want to join, they can.
And you're just free to come.
You're free
so
to
you don't
come.
need any pre-registration. Come out, we'll have
So go
plans
happen
available.
if 100,000 people show up.
Better?
Even better.
You have all
Better.
them plants. You only have 10,000
No,
plants.
well, the point is to get people out, to sensitize them, to be aware.
So can I walk with my own plants if I come in?
Correct.
Feel free.
Very well.
If Shadow Benny does come?
But
By all means, we'll find somewhere for you to put
we'll
your
find
shadow
something.
in.
Exactly. We will find something.
But yeah, so we welcome it because some people suggest that I
They
had
wanna
some
work on
plans there, I want to bring it.
Yeah.
And the lovely thing about it is that these are places that people hike often. So if you put that plant down there, every time you hike there, you're going to, hey,
Pass
that's
by
my
and say
plant.
that's my
So
plant.
So you're going to want to make sure that my plan goes well.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's all part of the initiative and bringing that.
Should we be concerned about the wildlife at all? If you're going into the bush, here's what you're saying. You're going on a hike. You're going into the bush. You might reach a cleared area that burned down or something. But ideally, to get there, yeah, get you some bush.
Well, our lovely team has done a lot of the prep work. So
Okay.
we have done the clearing, we even dug the holes for you all. So it's just to get the plants, remove the bangs, and to put it in the holes. We make
Okay.
it as easy as possible to be as fun and interactive as possible.
And that hike is what grade you would say? No, there's grade the hikes
It's
from
medium.
Medium.
It's long, but there's no it's really not any steep hills or anything like
Okay.
that. So it's
How
a
long is it?
It's about the entire hike is about 50 minutes or so.
50
50.
to get to the place where you're gonna plant,
No,
or to
that's
get
the-
there and come back.
Yeah,
Different
that's
points.
the entire thing.
Different
But one
points.
thing we did to make it more accessible to everyone was to have different zones, planting zones.
Okay.
So we have 3 planting zones. One is medium or easy for
Right.
those who, if you say not that.
Yeah.
So there's an easy one for like the kids, those who are not feeling, and then there's a medium for those who feel like can go a little bit more. And then we have the more for like the real hikers
And
who
these
want to
are
go.
three different points along the trail, is what you're
Yes,
saying.
to do
Okay.
the planting activities,
All
different
right.
areas
No.
of different grade.
Now, what I would like to add, though, is now I am here representing the RAM Construction, but we also have another contractor, which is All Purpose. So what it is 2 villages that actually merging.
Okay.
So it will have another entry point from something called My Tower. So
My
but
Tower is where?
My Tower is up in St. Joseph also.
Upper St. Joseph. Okay.
Right, and what happened is that, but most of the people will be coming from the Cayman Road side.
Right.
But if you actually track through the whole mountain ranges. You're going to meet back to the other community.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll be coming up towards Cayman Road, and the Cayman Road people will be coming towards them. So
And
that's
in
where-
between
so-
the two shall meet.
And between the two shall meet.
Nice,
But
and we will plant some
on that
trees.
side also is wonderful.
Yeah.
All right?
And this is a very, very fantastic initiative, gentlemen. Thank you so much for doing it.
Thank you very
And
much.
all the
welcome.
best with it on Sunday. So the first one is happening this Sunday.
On Sunday.
And then every weekend in June?
Every 3 weeks we have
Okay.
the event. So the other one will be on the 25th
Okay.
of June, and then 3 weeks later.
3 weeks later, and then
And
3
3
weeks
weeks
later.
later.
And there's 5 you plan to do?
4 events.
4 events.
For this
10,000 each? You're going to be missing
it will
some
vary.
plans.
It
I'm
will-
not saying you're
no,
going to
no,
be missing some plans to get to 100,000, that's it?
It will vary.
It will vary because we
Yeah,
expect
right.
momentum to build even more
Yes,
and more
naturally.
every year.
Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us this morning on the Now
You're
Morning
welcome.
Show, and all the best with this initiative. I think it's definitely going to make a big difference. So thank you very much for doing it.
Thank you
On
very
Thank you
behalf
very
of the
much.
children to come.
Thank you very much.
All right, that's Darian Jones, the president of Eco Titans Community, as well as co-owner of REM General Building and Construction, Mr. Eric Herbert, joining us to let us know that we can go on hike and plant. This Sunday, we head to Maracas St. Joseph. If you want more information, you could always email them at hikeandplanttt@gmail.com. We take a break and come back with more. Stay tuned.